Cole Kastner has risen to elite levels as a defender in his final season at UVA. The 6'7" pole out of California is many times just talked about because of his height. But when you look at the film, you begin to realize that he has some of the best awareness out of any player in college lacrosse. He's able to navigate picks in a smooth manner, making it feel like they're not even there. He's a major reason that UVA was able to come away with a win versus Hopkins in double overtime. Next year, he plans on taking his grad season at Stanford to play basketball. I have a feeling that people are going to truly realize how athletic he is during this time period. Thankfully, we get to see him play a little more during championship weekend, and I expect him to do great things. Today, I'm going to break down what makes Cole Kastner so good. Before we go any further, if you learn anything from these film breakdowns and want more, visit G League Lacrosse to get your own film analyzed. Your film will be critiqued in the same way we critique the pros and college stars. The greatest way to learn is from adjusting your own mistakes, and we can help identify them. Again, that's G League Lacrosse for your very own film breakdown. Let's get back to the video. Here's our first clip.
2021 championship. Maryland steamrolled Virginia in the 2022 quarters.
Kastner breaks into a run with his man behind the cage. On the re-square of the dodge, Kastner looks to his right and sees the pick. Since he's behind the cage, he doesn't need to get over it, so he opens his hips and attempts to get under it. As soon as he opens his hips, his man cuts the other way. As a defender, this is an extremely vulnerable position because your hips are completely open and many times you're looking at the pick instead of your guy. Kastner does an amazing job of planting again and shifting back the other way. I recommend going out on the field and taking a trash can or something similar and practicing drop stepping below it like it's a pick and then shifting back as if your man was cutting the other way. The best way to learn is to reenact scenarios you'll see in a game. Here's our next clip.
McDermott the other way. His skip pass knocked down by the 6'7" Colossus Cole Kastner. He cyclones away from pressure. Kastner up ahead.
This is the showcase of Kastner's athleticism and his length. Off this fast break, watch how Kastner's stick is not up in the pass segment originally. It makes it look like so the point man is open, so the midi throws the ball. While most of the time you should always have your stick up in the lane, sometimes you can bait your matchup into throwing bad passes like this one. On the knockdown, Kastner picks up the ground ball and legs it to open space. As soon as this daylight closes into a double team, he rolls away from the pressure to open space. Roll dodges as a pole are one of the most underutilized tools in the clearing game. If you understand what the open space is and can roll to it, you can nearly always clear the ball. Here's our next clip.
Carlson setting the pick. Trying to work a two-man game. Kastner stays with Angeles.
Kastner matches up at X again and immediately looks over his shoulder for the pick. As soon as he sees it, he opts to go under. By going under it here, it also gives him more time to react if Angeles cuts back. Angeles tries to get Kastner hung in the pick by cutting back as soon as he's even with it. Kastner does a great job of de-accelerating and respecting the subtle cutback from Angeles. Once Angeles fully comes over this pick is only when Kastner fully commits to getting under. Playing under on picks becomes a cat and mouse game. As a defender, you need to be in complete reactionary mode of the pick and your man. Here's our last clip.
Angeles looking to shake Kastner.
Short again now. Something they've done up a little bit.
Ryan Evans gives it up to Angeles. He inverts. Gets free from Kastner.
Kastner gets ISO'd up top with a pick in the middle of the field. In this position, I would say most players should get over this pick to avoid giving your man free hands. But Kastner is able to get under it because of his length and speed. Since he's so fast, he can meet his man on the other side of the pick and immediately close this distance with his stick and body. In general, the bigger you are, the more times you can get under a pick and close that distance. On the re-dodge, Angeles gets Kastner on this jab step, putting him in a pretty heavy trail position. What I love is that Kastner just stays strong and uses the V-hold as leverage and forces Angeles to a bad angle. So many guys go for trail checks as soon as they get beat. Kastner uses whatever leverage he has left to force a bad shot instead of going for a prayer stick check. I'm super excited to watch Kastner play this weekend, and I believe whatever success UVA has, he should take a large part of the credit. Thank you so much for watching. Check out G League Lacrosse for your own film breakdown and subscribe for more film breakdowns on here.